There he is, waiting in the wings, obviously anxious. Will he win his third consecutive gold medal? We'll be back to find out. There's a strong bond on this fine American skating team. Good wishes here from Peter Carruthers for Scott Hamilton. Minutes away from his big moment. Right now, let's meet him.
You know, it's good to be king.
He's the king, but the king can be dethroned just like anyone else.
Scott Hamilton wants to stay on top. He's shooting for his third world title in a row. He's a perfectionist.
That was a crummy one.
As you know, it was good. Wasn't it? I know, but see, it shows you when you come to that anyway in the program, you're a bit wasted. So you should practice that when you feel that way, instead of always keeping it when you feel you're strongest, because you're not going to do it as you're strongest.
He has been with Coach Don Laws last year in Pennsylvania, this year back in Denver, Colorado. They make an ideal combination.
I hate altitude.
Just wait till we get to Pittsburgh.
I hate the brown cloud.
City, right?
I wish I did my program. Everybody stopped driving in Denver. I might as well smoke. Such a terrible skater.
Are you too wasted to do anything else?
Of course not. I'm an athlete in training.
I have no doubt that he'll win another gold medal. He's the best in the world. We don't have to prove that he's the best in the world. He's proven that twice. He just has to sustain that quality. He doesn't have to prove anything anymore.
You know, I've worked hard for this. And I've pushed myself, and I've trained, and I just don't want to blow it.
He almost wants to be rid of it, but he doesn't want to. He wants it, but he's tired of it. So the thing that really motivates him again is someone who threatens him. He does rise to the occasion when he's threatened or challenged.
Perhaps his greatest challenge was overcoming a childhood disease.
When I was 5, I stopped growing. The doctors said that I had this malabsorption, malnutrition problem. I had a lung condition. They kept trying to figure out ways of curing it or diagnosing what was the problem. The only thing that really worked was when I started skating, and I got the proper exercise, and the air was moist, and it was good for my lungs, and I just started growing again.
He's become America's premier skater. 13 titles in the last 3 years, but none more important, perhaps, than this year's World Championship. He's personable while training, but transforms himself in competition.
He paces like a lion in a cage for a good 20 minutes to a half an hour. Because once you're called and you're out there, there's nothing loose. It's just as though you've tuned, and when you look at him, I think you can understand this. You've tuned a very nice instrument. You've tuned it perfectly. Now it has to perform.
As his coach Donald Laws says, right before he skates, he has confidence, then he's filled with self-doubt, then he goes on the ice and does it. And we'll be back to see Scott Hamilton in his free skating performance for the men's title in a moment.
Okay, move him out!
If you've got goods to deliver and your trucks don't seem to care, if your peak season comes and your trucks are past their peak, then it's Ryder to the rescue. Ryder rents trucks, from small vans up to giant tractors, to move your products or your family.
Ain't they beautiful?
When your trucks are giving up, Ryder trucks are just starting up.
I don't want my boy to get hurt. So I gave him an Arelco. It treats him with tender, loving care. Doesn't nick or cut like blades can, and shaves his face baby smooth. He loves his Arelco, because it cuts down whiskers like Mark Gastineau cuts down quarterbacks.
Right, Mom. I swear by my Norelco.
I wish he wouldn't swear.
Rototract razors, tough on your beard, not on your face. From Norelco.
And here he is, Scott Hamilton of the United States, world champion last 2 years, the leader once again after the short program, and can gain a place in American skating history with another gold medal. It was 24 years ago when David Jenkins won 3 consecutive gold medals.
what's so special about Scott is that he's an almost infallible skater in his technique. He lands, jumps, does spins almost perfectly, and has tremendously agile footwork. He's opening up with a triple Lutz, triple toe loop combination. Watch how accurate this is. Absolutely perfect. And here's the triple toe loop. Magnificent. Two-footed it and had a little trouble turning around. It shouldn't affect his marks too terribly much.
To the haunting strains of Snowfall, you're watching 5'3", 110 pounds of talent, exuberance, and personality. Scott Hamilton, 24 years old. Trademark, always speed and power. He says now he's a lot more easygoing. And he says, I want to be a lot easier to watch.
I think what's particularly impressive about this particular program of Scott Hamilton's is how well the footwork, the jumps, and the spins work together. It all makes sense. There's a meaning and justice about everything he's doing in this, including that beautiful triple toe loop.
He may show his enjoyment for skating better than anyone I know. His outfits have changed, too.
It certainly has. It's much more athletic, not quite so showy. And of course, here's that double axel that's so clean and neat. And it fits into that footwork so beautifully. Again, and he pulled this one off. That's the thing about Scott. He never makes the same mistake twice. All his movements are considered and thought out well before he does them. Once again, that beautiful double axel of Scott Hamilton's. Now watch how clean his takeoff edge is. He's right over the skate, he turns with ease and lands perfectly cleanly.
Technical merits.
First marks for technical merit, 5.8s and 5.9s predominantly for Scott. That's for technical merit.
Well deserved.
And the second set of scores coming up will be for artistic impression.
I felt like I presented it really well.
Certainly enough to win the championship.
Artistic impression.
All nice.
5.9s across the board with 1.58. Scott Hamilton, all intents and purposes, is the champion again. Let's take a look now at two separate jumps. First, the triple Salchow earlier, where Scott tripped up a bit.
5.9, 5.8, 5.9, 5.9.
Right there.
5.9, 5.9, 5.9.
But then Scotty, ever the battler, came right back later in the program with another triple Salchow, and this time he landed it perfectly. He's with Misha now.
Scott, that was a terrific performance.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I've been practicing really well this week, and although I missed one thing, I felt really good about the overall performance. The jumping felt good, and especially I felt like the program itself had a little more continuity, so I was really happy with it.
This is your third gold medal. What do you think about where that places you in the annals of the history of men's figure skating in the United States?
Well, it's kind of funny that our team doctor here is David Jenkins, and he was winning his third world championship when I was a year old. And I talked to him about that today. I go, yeah, I'm the first American to do this since you. And he is possibly one of the finest men I've gotten to know ever in my life. And it was just a weird feeling to know that I've tried to emulate someone like him and try to win 3 world championships. It's just unbelievable. It still hasn't hit me yet. It's just to be over with. All I want to do is skate well, and now that I came out successful, it's just another thing altogether.
Well, it's great when two very fine men meet each other. What about the future?
Oh, who knows? I got Olympics in 11 months, and I'm gonna have to I gotta do a lot of changes. I realized that tonight, and I've gotta be a mean, lean, rear-end kicking machine next year. So I don't know. I just want to skate well, and I want to be happy, and I want to do the whole thing right, and I just feel really good about myself right now.
Are you going to come back for a 4th medal at the World Championships?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, that'd be really great. That's in Canada next year, so it'll be really exciting. It'll be close to home.
Terrific. Good luck.
Thanks.
You're wonderful.
Thanks.
So for the Bowling Green, Ohio native, Scott Hamilton, another gold medal. Norbert Schramm of West Germany, second. Brian Orser of Canada, third, wins the bronze. And Brian Boitano, in his first world appearance, 7th place. Scott Hamilton will receive his gold medal at an award ceremony that you'll see later on in the program.
All right, Dick, what a marvelous job by Scott Hamilton in that event. I don't think I've ever seen him skate any better than he did just moments ago. This is worth a special closing. Time for America's 3-time world figure skating champion, Scott Hamilton, to take a well-deserved curtain call. That is a great moment in international competition. Scott Hamilton has done it for the 3rd straight year.